Now, continue with our conversation on Sports Check on this Monday morning. And, we would take a look at a club that is the 5th oldest golf club in the country. And started off in 1916. It had 3 holes, but eventually it expanded to a 9-hole golf course. They had browns, they've changed greens. So there's a whole history to it. And they're celebrating 100 years. And Kiambu Golf Club Chairman Phillip Ondieki is here with us. Chairman, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Wahome.
So let's just, start off with the whole centenary and the story of the club, because that's where we would start.
Okay. Thank you very much. Kiambu Golf Club is basically a sporting club whose main activity is golfing, but we also do other sporting activities. So a game of golf, to many, they are not very familiar with it, but it's becoming very popular. You are even encouraging juniors to join golf, and it's a sport like any other sport.
All right. Yeah. Just the story of the club, going back 100 years.
Yeah.
Starting from the 3 browns.
Okay, yeah.
And now to the fairways and the greens that you have.
Okay, Kiambu Club was started in 1916, and it was the white settlers. They were coffee farmers at that time. They were the original people who started the club. It was a 3-hole, as you said, but it went on to be increased to a 9-hole in the year 1920. Yeah. So it has come a long way. It has produced the best golfers currently representing the country. Top amateur golfers, we actually have 3. There is Michael Karanga, there is Elvis Moigwa, and there is Joyce Wanjiro. All those are very top golfers. Joyce Wanjiro is going to go to Zimbabwe next week to represent Kenya as the captain. Karanga and Elvis Moigwa represented Kenya. Among the team of 4, 2 are from Kiambu Golf Club. They represented Kenya in Ethiopia in Region 4 golf tournament, and they emerged winners in that region. So we are proud of them. And actually recently Karanga also went to the United Kingdom to participate in a tournament. He's now recognized worldwide. He's actually about, last ranking I saw is 135 in the world in amateur rankings. So he's doing very well, and we are proud of him. The talent has just been nurtured from a neighboring club called Ndumberi Golf Club.
St. Andrews.
Yes. So we work very well with St. Andrews. We actually give them our course on Mondays. They come and use our course at no fee, and they are not members. And in that way we expose them, and we are able to get talent from there. Because both Elvis and Mike Karanga are from Ndumberi originally. Yes.
Actually, I was going to come to that, because you cannot separate Kiambu and Ndumberi for some real reasons. Because Ndumberi, the place known as St. Andrews, I think it's Kenya's only multi-purpose golf course.
Yeah.
A place where you can play golf but use for others. How do you work now with those golfers from Ndumberi who've actually done a lot and actually given once they get into Kiambu, they bring glory to the club?
Okay, Ndumberi Golf Club is basically, it's also used as a football pitch and at the same time for golfing. So what I can say, because personally I've played in Ndumberi, it's a place where you can be able to learn how to play short game. And short game, according to golf, is actually what you need to know golf. If you're able to know how to play short game, you become better in golf. That's why we have very talented people from Ndumberi, because that's where they start their golfing. And then when they join Kiambu now, it becomes easier for them, because the course is well done, the greens are good, and they're able to enjoy the facility compared to what is in Ndumberi. Yes.
So coming up now for the club, and this is I know a very busy month for you as the chairman. It's also going to be a busy one for the captain. Just tell us about the whole concept of celebrating 100 years of Kiambu Golf Club.
Okay, it has been a long way. The club has gone transformation over the years. We have improved our facilities, and it's a milestone. We are just looking back at where we came from, and we believe it's important. It's going to be a very important day on Saturday next week. That is on 8th of July. We are going to do some...
Actually, it's this week.
Yes. It's this week. We are going to have a tree planting exercise. We are going to plant 1,000 trees. We are going also to launch a book. It's called Centenary Book for Kiambu. It has a rich history about Kiambu, where it has come from and where it is at the moment. So it's going to be a busy day. We are going to have guests. We expect the chief guest to be Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, the Chief Cabinet Secretary.
The Prime Cabinet Secretary.
Yes. So it's going to be a very busy day, and we are going to have a tournament for both Friday and Saturday, and we are going to award prizes for aggregate performance of Friday and Saturday on that particular day.
So now let's talk about how this is building up.
Okay.
Because, for example, everyone, unless you're doing a course, a links course, the tree planting exercise, who are the people you're partnering with to ensure that you've got 1,000 trees all around, for better wind control, and also making sure that whenever you're on the course, you've got fresh air all around. Okay,
our long-term partner has been the Kenya Forest. Like in the year 2021, when I was the captain, we did an exercise. We planted 4,000 trees. Through their effort, they actually gave us the trees for free. And this time around, we have an NGO called ISEC, which is also donating 1,000 trees. So we normally partner with well-wishers, and we are able to plant, because Kiambu Club happens to be the most strategic green area in Kiambu town. It is a source of fresh air to the town, so it needs to be conserved and to stay green. And planting trees is one of the main activities that we also do to make sure that the environment is in good condition.
Well, very well. So now let's come on to the competitions. The Friday competition and the Saturday competition.
Yeah.
Let's tell us about the Friday one first.
Okay, the Friday competition is going to be, okay, we normally have what we call club night in Kiambu. So club night is normally done on Fridays. And so this Friday is when we are going to start our first tournament for Centenary Celebration. We are going to have it's going to be a bit unique. The prizes will be more compared to any other Friday, any other club night. We are going to have tournaments like the longest drive, somebody who can be able to hit the longest, nearest the pin. Those are additionals that are going to be there on Friday. We are also going to have a hole-in-one. There is going to be a car that is going to be won. It's being given by Windsor Motors. They are sponsoring the car. So it's
at which hole?
Of course, it's normally
the par 3.
The par 3, the highest, sorry, the lowest index, which is index 6. Normally, the insurance companies demand for the lowest index, so that the probability is not much. So it's going to be there at hole number 17 in our short hole. So it's going to be a big tournament. There is going to be a lot of refreshments and machoma as usual, as Kiambu is known for that. Yeah.
Actually, it's very interesting, by the way. If Kiambu is a 9-hole, so which means that if you do a hole-in-one when you're doing number 8, you haven't won yet.
Yes.
So you have to go, so you have to turn.
You have to turn and do it in hole number 17.
When you number
which
7.
Is index 6, yes. Okay. So index 6, if that day somebody is lucky, is going to go home with a car sponsored by Windsor Motors. Yes.
So besides that, we've seen, and this is, I mean, as a captain, I know at some point when it always has been a headache for a captain at a club, how to balance the value of the prizes.
Okay.
Because there are rules that come with golf, and we know the hole-in-one is now an exception. And what about for the others, say for the overall winner, the men's winner, the ladies' winner? What kind of prize value are you looking at here?
Okay, there is normally the bottleneck that is placed by the PGA, the world governing body, and it's normally, it used to be $1,000, and I believe it is still there for amateur golfers. But things are changing. I think they reviewed it the other day to a big amount, because nowadays at KGU I can see people winning up to 150,000.
110,000.
110,000.
Yeah, it's about 110,000. That's for
so still at that,
the Kenya Amateur Golf Championship.
Yes. So there's still that bottleneck, because amateurs are not supposed to benefit very much from the sport unless they turn professional. Professionals can win millions of shillings, as we normally see in our Kenya Open. People win a lot of money, and it can be a source of revenue for some of us. Yeah.
And yes, I'm sure everyone wouldn't mind making. I mean, when it comes to sport, it's a $1 billion industry. Now, Chairman, let's talk about now, junior golf. We have seen the Junior Golf Foundation. They've introduced something known as US Kids Golf, and they reach out to the pros in the club or the coaches who are in the various clubs, so that children can now learn. You can play golf in a way they understand. So rather than have, a 9-year-old teeing, going to the men's tee for a par 5, and it's over 500 yards, he's told, now, you're 9, I want you to start by 200 yards. As you grow older, then you go back further. How's that working?
Yeah, it's working very well. Actually, it's a major emphasis, because we have seen the top golfers in the world started when they are young, and we are encouraging our young ones to start at the age of from 5 years. So they start early, they're able to adapt early, and it's easier normally to teach the young ones compared to us. Some of us who joined golf at 40 years. So the flexibility of the
dancing skills are gone.
Yeah. So it's not as easy. It's said normally teaching an old dog new tricks is hard. So it's very easy to start with the young ones, and they adopt very fast. They are able to go very far. Like now, the top amateur golfers like Karanga and Elvis, they started when they are young, and that's why they are able to perform very well and compete in the world-class standards. So we have various tournaments for the juniors. We actually invite neighboring schools. Some of them come on Saturday between 10 and 12. They use our range facility at a very small fee, and we give them trainings. They use our pro, and there is also the top amateurs like Joyce. She's very much involved in teaching children. Even in the other neighboring schools, she goes there and gives them lessons. So we are really encouraging the game to the juniors, and we believe the future belongs to them, and we expect it only to be better in the days to come.
This is something I always say, and it's for me is, there for a long time there has not been a connection between, say, schools and golf. It's because some schools do not have the golf clubs, others are that. What has been the reaction of the community? And these schools, anytime you invite, they get an opportunity to go to the driving range at Kiambu Club.
It has been very exciting. Even me, I remember when I was young, I just used to see people hitting some small golf ball. And I never even imagined I could play it one day. But I found myself playing and enjoying it, and it's very addictive. Nowadays, at least we expose them to the game, and a few of them like it, and it's really addicting. Once they like it, they will always want to play. Yeah.
And what about what about now, for example, making sure that people come, these youngsters get attracted to the club and can somehow eventually become members, and you say it's addictive for others, it becomes a career. Yeah. That is when they turn pro.
Yeah.
What's the pathway for this?
Okay, normally what we are trying to do, like we have special offers for young, like in Kiambu, we have been giving actually the lowest, I think, in the market, an offer of 100,000 for anybody who is 35 and below. So that has made us have quite a number of young people who have joined, and we are also trying to improve the facilities, like our sports bar, trying to make it modern so that the young ones can also feel at home when they are at the club. They don't have to go to outside there. So by making those facilities attractive to the young and accommodating the young in many other activities, we are able to encourage them to be in the golf club and also to enjoy golfing.
General, one of the activities that you have put out, let me just take a look at this plan for the activities for the Centennial Celebrations. It's one of the things is encouraging membership. You've got the incentive for those under 35.
Yeah.
And so what about for those above that age?
Okay, we basically had a drive, Centenary drive, almost the whole year. We closed in the end of month of May. Even for the elder ones, we were charging half price. That is 50% of the normal cost. The normal cost currently it's 350, and people were joining at 175, and as low as 100. So we had that initiative so that we celebrate 100 years, as also we get more members and people get to enjoy the game of golf, and that demystification that it's a game for the rich is going slowly. It's no longer a game for the rich, but it's a sport like any other where you can enjoy, you can network if you are a business person and make more business. So it's a good facility that we should enjoy, and even the government is supposed to, I urge the government to have more clubs, more golf clubs in almost every county, so that as it is in other developed countries, so that it's a sports like any other, and people can be able to enjoy even at their older age and be fit without struggling. When you are old, it's difficult sometimes to do gymming and other vigorous sports activities. But a game of golf, even if you are 80 years, you can still enjoy.
Well, interesting that we can see somebody who's not so young, but still playing off the men's tee, not the seniors tee. Now, as we close, do you intend to have some rivalry with the other clubs? From Kiambu, there is Roiro, there is Thika, there is Limuru, Sigona, and Windsor has a Nairobi PO box, but we know it is in Kiambu.
Yes. Okay. As we are strategically placed, as you can see, Kiambu Golf Club, it's a 15 minutes drive from town, CBD. So that is one advantage. And again, we have improved our fairways and greens. They are good. People who play there, they like to come back. So, and also by improving the facilities, we are being competitive compared to our neighboring clubs, which most of them are 18 holes. So we are competitive, and we have people who actually prefer Kiambu compared to other clubs. Yeah.
All right, all the best. And as you celebrate the centennial, we'll keep in touch, and we hope that the Prime Cabinet Secretary does come, and like you've mentioned, nyamachoma kwa wingi.
Yeah.
And a good round of golf. Remember that at hole number 17, hole in one.
Yeah.
By the way, whoever does a hole in one, besides winning the car, I hear they have to...
Yeah, they have to buy a round of a round of drinks. So you must make sure that your insurance is active, so that you can claim. You can be refunded up to, most insurance companies, they are covering up to 50,000 Kenya shillings. So you can buy around a drink to everyone who is in that tournament, and you can be refunded by the insurance company. If you are not insured, then
utauza gari.
But at least your name will also appear in the list. We normally have
a roll of honor.
Yes. The name will appear there forever. It will be there at the date you got the hole in one. It's not something that is easy to achieve. Most people play and retire without achieving that.
All right. Thank you very much, Phillip Ondieki, who is the chairman of Kiambu Golf Club, celebrating 100 years. This is a club that has got the current top amateur, Michael Karanga, and also the top lady golfer, so all representing the country. Asante sana, Chairman.
Asante.
Thank you. Well, we'll be taking a short break, and when we come back, we've got a national team that is headed to Luanda, not the one after Maseno, but Luanda, Angola, and this is for African, the second year of continental basketball for the men's championship. So hold out for that after this short break.